Watch these slow, glowing, golden particles drift across the screen. When you combine visual loops like this with ethereal audio frequencies and a carefully paced voice, you create an environment that physically lowers a listener's heart rate. You can build a professional-grade morning meditation video from scratch in under an hour. The workflow we will cover works exactly the same whether you are designing a private track for your own mental clarity or building a library for an audience on YouTube. We will go through this process step by step. We will structure a script based on clinical relaxation techniques, source specific healing frequencies for the background, find appropriate particle visuals, and mix the final audio layers together. This diagram outlines the exact tools you need for this project. You only need 3 things: a basic microphone, simple video editing software, and a web browser. Because the technical barrier is so low, you do not need to worry about complex software commands. You can direct your entire focus toward the intention of your script and the structural assembly of your assets. To reliably guide a human brain from waking stress into a relaxed, receptive alpha state, the meditation script must follow a proven 5-phase structure. Step 1 is the foundation. You instruct the listener on their posture and environment so they feel physically stable. Step 2 is breath awareness, where you guide them through deep, diaphragmatic belly breathing to regulate their heart rate. Step 3 moves their attention out of their head and into the physical body. You do this through a gentle body scan, prompting them to notice sensations from the crown of their head down to their toes. This block diagram shows how we close the session. After the body scan, Step 4 introduces positive affirmations and mental visualizations. Finally, Step 5 is grounding, where you invite the listener to set a specific intention for their day before they open their eyes. Beginners often fail during the recording phase because they feel awkward speaking to silence. They rush through these 5 steps, which prevents the listener from actually relaxing. To fix this, you must write literal time delays directly into your script. Notice how the diagram has changed to a script layout. Between your spoken lines, you should physically type out explicit tags like pause 5 seconds and long pause 10 seconds. By relying on these printed tags, you remove the guesswork from your recording session. A rigid, pause-heavy script forces you to slow down, guaranteeing the pacing required to trigger a relaxation response in the listener. With the script written, you are ready to record. The quality of your microphone matters less than the specific tone and vocabulary you choose to use. Direct commands create resistance. I invite you to notice your shoulders softening. A guided meditation does not rely on a booming, authoritative broadcast voice. The guide earns the listener's trust entirely through unhurried, patient pacing. Now we build the acoustic environment. We need to source a royalty-free ambient music track to fill the silence between your spoken words. You will want to look for tracks tuned to specific frequencies. A track tuned to 432 Hz has a biological function. It naturally calms the human nervous system and reduces anxiety. This waveform comparison shows our 2 best options. While the 432 Hz wave on the left calms the nervous system, the 528 Hz wave on the right is specifically utilized for emotional repair and targeting heart-centered intentions. To find these, go to a royalty-free platform like TunePocket. Type the frequency number, like 432, into the search bar and apply move filters like dreamy or ethereal to narrow down the ambient options. The background track serves a structural purpose. By selecting the correct frequency, you add an acoustic tool that directly reinforces the psychological goal of your spoken script. The final raw asset we need is the visual. On stock video sites like Videezy, search for terms like slow particle loop or soft bokeh. You must avoid fast-moving, chaotic tech backgrounds. High contrast, erratic movement induces mental strain and will actively fight against the calming nature of your audio. This side-by-side comparison clearly shows the visual baseline for relaxation. We want to avoid the jagged, distracting lines on the left and favor the slow, drifting soft circles on the right. With your voiceover, ambient music, and visual loop downloaded, open your video editor. Drop all 3 assets onto your timeline. This timeline graphic highlights the precise audio mix you need to prevent the layers from clashing. Keep your voiceover peaking around -3 decibels, and drop the ambient music lower, between -18 and -22 decibels. Now handle the video layer. Simply duplicate your short, stock particle video over and over until it spans the entire 10-minute audio bed. Proper audio balancing and seamless visual looping are what turn raw, separate files into a unified, therapeutic environment. Once your levels are set, hit export. You now have a cohesive, professional-grade tool ready for playback. Look at the final result here. The gentle particles, the precise frequency of the ambient track, and the measured pauses in the voiceover all work together to create immediate calm. This workflow is entirely modular. Tomorrow, you can swap out the music for a 528 Hz track, or write a new script focused on an evening wind-down without changing a single technical step. By taking 60 minutes to learn this assembly process, you gain the ability to engineer customized mental clarity exactly when you need it. Once you export your first video, upload it, and drop the link in the comments below so we can hear your work. And make sure to subscribe for more tutorials on building effective digital tools.